interesting project, for sure. A couple other sponsors I want to thank. Colony Builders, Lazy Otter Charter, who we're going to hear from next, with Kelly Bender. Rio Tinto, Melton Media Production. William Melton's here doing our tech today and is also our chairman of our board. Backland Charters, Alex Von Whitman is on our board also and is part of the organizing committee of the symposium, and Prince William Sound Books. Hanging in there, got 2 more short presentations, and then we'll have lunch. So we have the Whittier Tourism Best Management Practice Plan with Kelly Bender. Thanks, Kelly.
I do understand that I'm standing between you and lunch, so we're going to keep this a little bit upbeat. But I'm Kelly Bender. I am the president of the Whittier Chamber of Commerce. My husband Mike and I own Lazy Otter Charters, and I have to say I'm having a bit of a proud moment. First of all, I'm also on the board for Prince William Sound Stewardship Foundation, and that this is the 7th year, and such amazing attendance and such amazing speakers. Just is amazing. It just feels so good. And also that I'm here to present the Tourism Best Management Practices, a program that we worked on for 3 years, and it is something to be very proud of. Also, I was telling a story yesterday to somebody, and as I was telling the story, I remembered that was actually a story about me celebrating my 30th birthday here over at the Anchor Inn, and I'm about to celebrate my 60th birthday this weekend. Probably not at the Anchor Inn. Have learned some lessons. And my family's here. Dr. Morgan Bender and my granddaughter Senya. My son Stephen. Dylan is back here. Husband Mike's been in and out. So scientists and mariners here in Prince William Sound. So I'm having a moment. So thank you for joining me in that. But the Whittier Tourism Best Management Practices. In 2022, when we heard there was going to be another cruise ship dock here and more people and more ships, we really wanted to get ahead of some of the challenges that Whittier was going to face with more people and more ships. The last couple years, I think the word capacity worldwide has been the buzzword in the industry, right? And it's kind of the elephant in the room. Capacity, capacity, capacity. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that defines the word capacity more than Whittier, right? We have a mountain, we have the ocean, and we have a tunnel. We have a capacity issue. Juneau has this I love my little helper here. Juneau has a best management practices program in place, and it's very robust, and it's many years old. But they had a problem like, I can't get to work because these buses. I can't go to my favorite trail. What about these helicopters flying overhead? So they started this best management practices program, and I was quite familiar with it. So we decided this is what we wanted to do, but I don't know how we're going to do it. We're a volunteer chamber. So this agreement could not have been possible without Prince William Sound Economic Development. They came in, had a meeting with the community. What can we do for your community? And this rose right to the top, and they took the leadership on it. The City of Whittier also said, yep, this is a great idea. We can't run it because it's volunteer, but we support you. The Greater Whittier Chamber of Commerce has been the driving force behind this. Prince William Sound Stewardship Foundation jumped on board right away. Charlotte's organizing skills, amazing blessing. Chugach National Forest and Tim Lydon and all of his work that he did with the wilderness best practices down in Southeast Alaska brought a wealth of knowledge. We had a lot of experts from different agencies who looked over our program and gave us advice. Many meetings, bazillion emails, community, Whittier community, Prince William Sound community. So, what's the big one? Look at that. I'm going to read you our mission statement, and that really tells you what this program is. Our mission is to support the town of Whittier in its role as a primary gateway to the natural beauty and biodiversity of Prince William Sound, celebrating its diversity, culture, unique qualities, while fostering sustainable tourism in Whittier and building strong connections with the Whittier community. The cooperative effort among tour operators, cruise lines, transportation providers, the City of Whittier and its residents is intended to address tourism operations in a manner that reflects both Whittier residents and industry's interests and concerns. It includes voluntary guidelines pertaining to the operations both within Whittier and the broader Prince William Sound where many businesses operate. Our 5 priorities and the way that the program is set up in these 5 sections: communication, keep it clean, protect important uses, prevent overcrowding, and keep it alive. These are the values that we think are the most important characteristics of Whittier and Prince William Sound. And in this process and in this program, we are asking businesses to sign on. And by signing on, you are agreeing to participate in this program, a statement of agreement saying that you'll agree to and abide to many of the guidelines set up in the TBMP. You agreed to training. You're going to train all your pertinent employees, your deckhands, your captains, your guides, your naturalists, your drivers, and you're going to ask them to teach them the program objectives. We get contact names so that we can contact these businesses when we have a concern. You agree to work sessions. Every year at the end of the season, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to say, what did we find out? What concerns were there? What questions came up? What concerns? Do we need to add anything to the program? Do we need to take anything away? As signing on, you're going to participate in these sessions. And then the biggest thing is to respond. If we come to this organization and say, this is a concern, we're going to ask you to respond. And the most important thing in this program is, 1, it's volunteer, and 2, that it's self-monitoring, that we're monitoring each other, that we're saying, hey, you're kind of outside the guidelines, so that it doesn't have to go to the hotline, but that is another resort, is going to the hotline for the TBMP administrator to follow up on that. Prince William Sound Economic Development graciously guided us through this process, but now the program rests in the hands of the Whittier Chamber of Commerce. The City of Whittier has appropriated $8,000 for 2 years, each year $8,000, which is money that has come from the cruise ship passenger transportation, from the cruise ship tax, and they're paying for an administrator and administration of the program. It's guided by an advisory committee, and we have hired, big news this year, we've hired an administrator. We finished the program last year and we said, here it is. And then we all went away and did our jobs and it just kind of sat. This year we have an administrator who's going to help us through this whole process. Now, how the program works is this is a living document and we ask stakeholders to sign on and follow the program. We ask that the public, community, and businesses notify us via a hotline. It's a phone call or it's an email. And you tell us about your concerns, things that you've seen aren't working, things that are working, but really we want to know what concerns and how we can help. And if there's an infraction. We've asked buses not to drive in front of the BTI or up in front of the Whittier Manor. If you see a bus, let us know so that we can contact that bus company. They have a certain amount of time to address the infraction and then let our administrator know that it's been taken care of. That's why it's really important to have contact information. I want to admit this is a new program. We're still letting companies know. We're still working out all the details. It's just getting its wings, but we're off and running this year with an administrator. So who's running this thing? Stephanie Carlson is our new administrator. She is seeing some family graduate right now, so I'm sorry she couldn't be here. But Stephanie and the administrator is the voice of the program. They are the voice to the membership and to the community. They will manage and grow the membership. They'll promote the TBMP to the community and to stakeholders via social media, flyers, workshops. Hopefully some of you have seen the flyers. Hopefully some of you have already gotten our emails. She'll update and maintain the database. She'll develop and manage all communications. She'll submit monthly reports to the Advisory Council and to the City of Whittier. She'll arrange membership meetings and manage the Friends of Whittier tourism best management practices. And she'll develop and maintain the annual program. We are so happy to have Stephanie on board. It's guided by the advisory committee. And the advisory committee is myself as the president of the Whittier Chamber of Commerce, Kristen Carpenter, executive director of Prince William Sound Economic Development, Lindsay Hammer, program director, also Prince William Sound Economic Development, Charla Hughes, executive director, Prince William Sound Stewardship Foundation, Tim Leiden with Forest Service, and Shelby Carlson, who is the clerk of at the City of Whittier. We've already got people signed on. So we kicked this off about April 15th, April 20th, and some of the companies have already signed on through we've sent out lots of emails. So kudos to those people. Thank you very much. And what happens now? Today is our big kickoff. We're asking you to go back to your organization, go back home, sign on to this program. There's the UR code. You can get the whole program, download it, make sure that your companies are familiar with it. Make sure you're familiar with it as a citizen so that you know what things that we're hoping will happen here and what infractions might be happening or how it's working. That's what we really hope. So we're asking you, please sign on. In the back of the room, when you sign on, you get a sticker and you get a really good feeling. There's some QR codes back there. You know, why it's really important that we sign on is we're really trying to promote stewardship and a shared identity of Whittier and Prince William Sound. We're trying to share a compelling story of Whittier, why we love to live in Whittier, why we love to visit, why we love people to visit our community. We're highlighting Whittier as our home, not just a playground, and establishing Whittier as a place in the wider context of Alaska, celebrating our diversity, culture, and unique qualities. So I'm sure maybe some of you might have some questions, love to talk about how this works, what we're seeing. We know the tunnel is going to be our number one pinch point and our number one concern, and so that's really what we're going to be watching for in this first year, how we get some comments and how we can work with all the different businesses that will be coming through. So. Told you it'd be short and sweet. Any questions about the program?
So I haven't followed the development of the plan, but I'm curious about the absence of the cruise ship companies and the dock owners and operators, and did they participate in it? Are they going to be members?
They
What's the plan
absolutely
there?
participated in it, and both Holland America Princess and Huna Totem. And Huna Totem owns the new dock, and they have a permitting system to have transportation companies come onto their lot to pick up passengers, and they have made it a requirement that you have to be a member of the sign on to the TBMP to get a permit. So they are definitely supporting us, have absolutely been a part of the conversation. Yes, there is. Super. Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly. That's been a big lift for everybody to make that happen and big changes in